Welcome to Talking Clean, the podcast where we will break down clean energy and healthy living into simple, everyday habits that can save you money and protect our community. I'm your host, Dr. Mary House, and I want to share with you why this is so important to me. Being raised in a poor neighborhood in Detroit, where resources and information about creating a healthier and cleaner place to live, it was not a conversation. We were just concentrating on surviving, just like some of you. So as I became an adult, my curiosity began to explore the many concerns of why things weren't like they should be. So in this journey, I began to find out what was not happening in underserved communities of color all across America as it pertains to this topic. And I discovered we just weren't exposed to nor given the resources and information needed to create a healthier and cleaner home. Now, fast forward, I knew I had to be a voice crying in the wilderness for people who looked like me. And out of this cry, this podcast was birthed. And together, we're going to explore practical tips, local resources, and inspiring stories that empower our families and communities to live cleaner, greener, and healthier lives. So whether you're looking to cut down your utility bills or make a difference in your neighborhood, you are in the right place. So on this episode, I will be discussing ways to cook clean. Let me explain to you why this is so important to me. See, a few years back, I was on a Zoom meeting where they were discussing this case study on gas stoves and how it was linked to respiratory diseases, especially in the Black and brown communities. The study reflected that there was a connection between the two. My immediate thought was, Black people ain't giving up their gas stoves for nothing. I'm just gonna die, right, with all this gas. They don't care about a case study. But then I had another thought that said, they don't even know. And what could possibly effectively replace a gas stove? And I was told an induction cooktop. I had not even heard of this. I was like, what in the heck was that? So I did my research and I discovered a few things about it that I would like to share with you. So what is induction cooking? I know people are asking. Induction cooktops rely on electromagnetic energy that directly heats the cookware, and it leads to faster changes in the temperature, which will improve cooking efficiently. There's no open flames. It heats the pan and not the kitchen. And so you can use stainless steel, you can use cast iron for your cooktop. Remember, if a magnet can stick to the bottom, it will work. There's no harmful gas emissions like nitro dioxide, so it's going to cook faster and use less energy. And again, I said it doesn't heat up your kitchen, especially in hot climates in Southern Nevada. And y'all know it gets hot in Vegas in the summertime. It's easier for seniors and children because it automatically shuts off and it has a cooler surface. So now let me walk you through how safe this is. As you can see, I have a dish towel. And I'm gonna turn this on and I'm gonna take it all the way up and it goes up to 10. And while this is cooking, I just want to tell you, I put about 4 cups of water in here, and we're going to just let it do what it does. And the reason why I put it in here is because I wanted you to see that when you're doing spaghetti, you know, if you ever do spaghetti and you got a big pot, because if you're like me, you know, you don't cook this little bitty pot, like you don't cook spaghetti in this, let's be clear. But what you do is you put it in a big pot of water, and you have this huge pot of water, and it takes forever for that to boil. But what you're going to start seeing is this is already warming up. This is going to start boiling very, 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 very soon. But then what happens is, once the spaghetti and the water's all boiled, and 'cause I'm going to walk you through how you do it on induction. You'll take that pasta off, drain it, and then you're going to put your skillet. And I like to use ground turkey. I take the ground turkey, add some bell peppers with it, some onions, some garlic, kind of marinate it, let it get brown. And then I add my sauce to it, and you got to let it simmer. And then, hey, I know I'm making y'all hungry. Y'all get like, oh my God, why is she talking about food? You're going to make you make some spaghetti tonight. And then I simmer that. And then after I finish simmering it, I take and I put the pasta back on in a bigger pan that I had it in when I boiled it, and I mix it all together and I start stirring it. Now, we're waiting for this to boil, because you know what? You're getting ready to see something. But what I want you to notice is, do you see this towel? Is it on flame? Nope, it's not. This sucker's so bad, I don't know what to do with it, right? And so, it's getting hot. It's warming up. It's on 10, and I just got to let it warm. It takes about 3 or 4 minutes, but you're going to see this thing boiling. And my people that's here, they're here. They're watching me, and they're like, what's going on? She got a dish towel. This is an induction cooktop. She got a pot on here. It's starting to boil. Look, if y'all could see this, I can't pick it up because it's about to boil, but it's starting. You see the bubbles. But I don't see the towel burning. Now, if you was on a gas stove, there's no way you could put a dish towel on top of that flame with your pot. Can you see the smoke? 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 Look, I don't know if y'all can see what I can see, but it's coming together here. I should have timed it. What I should have did was put a timer on here, because I really want you to see this thing. But there's no way. I'm going to get back to my story. If you had this on a gas stove, could you do this? No. If you had this on an electric stove that had all the coils, could you do this? Could you really put a dish towel and put a pot on top of it and turn it on and it not burn? No. That is why I'm pushing you to get you a tabletop induction cooktop. And we're going to talk about it, because that's what you need to do. You need to turn off the gas, and you need to even turn off if you got an electric one with all the coils, because your kid's going to get burnt. You might get burnt. Not here. Can you all see the smoke? I don't know if the smoke is showing just yet on here, but the water is starting to boil. And I got a doggone dish towel. I can't take it, I promise you. When I did this thing at home, it just amazed me. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I literally, when I found out about this, asked, how do I change my gas? And I want to tell you, I'm not going to tell you to do something I didn't do. All I'm asking you right now is to just get you a tabletop and turn on. I literally took out my whole gas stove. Gave it away. Look, gave it away. And put it in an induction cooktop at home. And it's been the best thing I've ever done. And I did that back in a few years ago when I found out about it. But while it's boiling, the other thing is it's just easy to clean. So what you do is you have this microfiber cloth, and that's what I do. You kind of damp it, and you wipe the top off, and it's done. The water's boiling, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if y'all can zoom in. Water's boiling. How many minutes have been? About 4 minutes. Water's boiling. What about that dish towel, Mary House? Y'all know, I'm a little radical because I'm a little special, and I love being special. But this thing blew me away. The water is boiling, the dish towel is on it, and there is no flame. And that is how safe and how clean an induction cooktop is. So, because I don't know if you can see this or not, it's boiling. what I want to do is I'm going to take this off. Okay. Look. If this thing was hot, could I do this to my skin? No, I don't think so. So, boiling, slick, can't do without it. What do I want you to do? I want you to go out. Your call to action, go out and buy you an induction cooktop. Share it with your friends. Cook on it and tell them about it. And then I want you to email me and tell me what happened. I want your concerns. I want your questions. You're going to email me at admin, ADMIN, at chrinc.net and tell me all about it. I can't wait to hear. And you know what? For my seniors, Big Mama, tell me what you made of them. When you make that pot of beans, I want to hear about your beans. When you make your spaghetti, I want to hear about your spaghetti. When you make your smothered chicken, I want to hear about your smothered chicken. When you do that fried chicken, I want to hear about that fried chicken and how simple it was, because this goes right on the tabletop. Y'all can see, I don't even have to talk about it. Boiling water, dish towel unharmed, all on an induction cooktop. I know it's something you haven't heard about. I know it's something you've never used before. But it's a new season. Let's get on board. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me on this episode of Talking Clean with Dr. Mary House. Remember, every small step towards cleaner living adds up to a big difference for your home, your wallet, and our community. So if you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to subscribe, share this episode with a friend, and connect with us online for more clean energy resources. Just remember to think green and keep talking clean.